downloaded Mortal Kombat last night, and then I was gonna play this weekend. I have to go see Blink-182.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, I get to see Blink-182.
That sounds like a Long Beach show for
Yeah,
sure.
that's definitely a Long Beach show.
And they say, what's my age again? I'm gonna say the appropriate 45. Hey everyone, welcome back to Instant Get for Wednesday.
We've got a hump day story for you. Is Anthem finally clawing its way back from the grave? Or is it just sliding further into the great beyond?
Because its developers have fallen behind their own content schedule, and what's left of Anthem's fan base is getting bored and mad.
Aw.
All the teenage benefits. Basically, it's looking more like slow death than signs of life at this point.
Oh no. But everything was going so well for Anthem until just right now. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Was it?
No.
Where's our Anthem
Oh, yeah,
clock?
where's the Anthem alarm?
It's no secret that Anthem had a troubled launch, but now, 2 months later, BioWare is still having to fix basic issues with the game, and that's thrown off the whole content roadmap that they had initially given to fans.
Yeah, the hits start coming and they don't stop, Lawrence, right?
I know. Long Beach. Can't wait. Blink-182 and Smash Mouth together at last.
Smash Mouth is going as an audience member.
Yesterday, Anthem's development team posted an update on the game's subreddit, giving players an update to the current state of the game. Long story short, it's not great. They started off by noting it's been 10 weeks since the game's early release, and they've been, quote, working diligently to improve as many things as we can in the short term. They added also, quote, we fixed a lot of bugs and made changes which we believe begin to point us in the right direction for the future. That being said, we know there's a long way to go before Anthem becomes the game we all want it to be, which is to say fun, I guess.
Yeah. The good news is that the game's 1.1.0 update is out, and they've added some much requested improvements, like the ability to access your inventory during a mission.
That seems real important for a looter shooter.
You know, you weren't able to do that before in Anthem. Destiny's great because you could, change your guns at any time unless it's a specifically locked inventory.
Whoa. Here at BioWare, we don't say the D word.
I'm sorry.
Or the M word, or the A word. You know what? The alphabet is now canceled.
You can also now choose new contracts directly from the mission selection screen without having to go back to the hub world of Fort Tarsis. Also very useful, by the way, because I played a lot of hours of this game. Those are both really good changes.
Yeah, it also added a bunch of bug fixes and a new stronghold called the Sunken Cell.
That's cool. New
Love that
stronghold.
They're playing with Blink-182.
I don't think anyone's playing with Blink-182. So that's all the good news. But on to the bad news, which is that aside from the new stronghold, Anthem players are gonna have to wait longer for new content.
Let's talk about it.
All right, yeah, the devs said that they're going to hit some of the goals on their roadmap, which they call the Act 1 calendar. They won't be able to hit all of them because they've had to prioritize bug fixes, stability, and game flow over new features, so like finishing the game is out. I'm sorry, guys, but damn, this sucks. That means that some stuff that was supposed to arrive this month won't be coming until later. They don't really have a date on it. Those features include pretty important stuff like guild support, leaderboards, weekly stronghold challenges, and a mastery system.
Oh wow, those are a lot of really important things.
Yeah. Like in-game stuff, like power user stuff, the kind of thing that somebody who's still playing the game desperately needs.
It's sounding more and more like Fallout 76 to me. They liked it, they just played the out of it. And then they got to the end and they were like, well, what do I do? And that's kind of where I think Anthem players are at now. It also means that the limited time Cataclysm event they've been talking about has been delayed. Players are really looking forward to that. I've actually seen a lot of message boards and forums talking about that.
People excited about content you promised? Yeah. What world do we live in? Previously, BioWare described these cataclysms as events that will bring new enemies and big changes to the world.
Yeah, in video before the game release, the devs described these cataclysms as the game's most challenging and ambitious content.
And now Anthem players are gonna have to wait. Even for them. Which is a big problem because one of the big criticisms of Anthem is that there's not a lot to do endgame-wise.
And the loot and progression systems are still heavily criticized too. In their Reddit post, the devs said, quote, we agree they need to be improved and we are working towards this.
So the devs summed it up by saying, quote, we know you've been waiting for these updates and that you might not be pleased with where we are today, but they added that, quote, we believe in Anthem. We believe the game will be great, but we recognize getting there will take a lot of hard work. Nobody here wants Anthem to be a bad game, right?
Of course not, no.
It's kind of hard to believe that they have this strong vision for the game all of a sudden when, according to reports, nobody at BioWare even knew what the game would be over a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's like changed names and concepts, and they're coming at it with the right tone. It's very diplomatic, like, we're sorry, we're going to work so hard. But man, it's hard to have faith in it now when it went so wrong before.
Well, keep in mind that the guy posting all these apologies is pretty much doing it because of someone 3 levels above him made these calls, and these are all the people suffering for it.
Yeah.
We laugh at it, but we also laugh in a sort of dark humor way. We're like, this really f***ing sucks.
It sucks mainly for BioWare, and I like I've said before, I really appreciate that they're at least messaging that to the community.
Yeah.
And they're out there every single day being like, we're really trying. And I believe that they are trying, but it's a little too late, baby.
It's like someone drove by with like a half reanimated corpse, said, figure it out.
Stable it
And
together.
they drove off to the FIFA farm to go have a good time at camp microtransaction or whatever.
Speaking of those reports, Anthem's problems are well known. Had a bumpy release. I'm sure you knew if you watched our show. And earlier this month, Kotaku came out with a big expose of its very troubled development cycle.
When the game finally did come out, it was ripped apart by critics and fans alike. PS4 version got a dismal 55 on Metacritic.
Oh man, and while the devs say they're committed to fixing Anthem, the question now is how much time do they have left to fix it?
Because while they might say that they're sticking with Anthem at some point, their corporate overlords might decide that it's time to move on.
Lawrence, is there a bright side?
Sort of, yeah. There are examples of actually the sort of Resurrection Phoenix story happening. Dark Phoenix coming to theaters. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm avoiding all trailers in the internet because I don't want spoilers.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Sure, that's what it is.
That's what everyone, that's the one?
I got my tickets, I think. Some guy sold them to me in a parking lot. Diablo 3 released in 2012 with a bunch of problems. Auction house people hated, online connectivity people hated. Didn't really get fixed until Reaper of Souls came out nearly 2 years later. Travis Day, one of the lead designers on Diablo 3, made an in-depth post on Reddit giving BioWare some advice on how to fix Anthem. Been there before, walked that road, that lonely road, and he walks alone. Blink 182. His suggestions ranged from adding more incentives to random strongholds to getting rid of confusing stats on items.
There's also the infamous case of Final Fantasy XIV, an MMORPG that launched back in 2010.
They added a car.
Oh man.
You can drive around in a car now.
It was so bad that Square Enix had to shut the entire thing down and just start all over.
Yeah, Lawrence was there for every beat of that one.
That's right.
Yeah, I reviewed it on launch. That hurt.
Amazingly, it worked. The game relaunched about 3 years later and it was much, much better. Last year, it passed 14 million players.
Damn right.
Then again, Diablo 3 and Final Fantasy XIV had advantages that Anthem does not. They were both part of established franchises, which might have encouraged fans to stick with the game.
Yeah, and both games were genres that their respective studios were familiar with. Blizzard had obviously made 2 previous Diablos, and Square Enix had also made an earlier successful MMORPG, Final Fantasy XI.
That's right. You have to put the hard drive in the back of your PS2 if you wanted to enjoy
but
it.
it was successful.
11 also had its rough patch.
It did, sure. I remember that as well.
It got slammed by Chinese gold farmers, and it was weird.
In this case with Anthem, BioWare is stepping out of its comfort zone, so this could be a case where they're learning as they go, and there are going to be some real bad growing pains when that happens.
Also, Diablo 3 and Final Fantasy XIV took years to fix. No Man's Sky is another example of a game that got turned around, but it also took a good 2 years between the game's release and then No Man's Sky Next, that big patch which added proper multiplayer, and then a lot of people jumped into the game, including me, and I really enjoyed it.
So the question is, will Anthem have that kind of time before BioWare EA pulls the plug?
Lawrence, what do you think?
It's an interesting question, for sure. I think it comes down to how EA's doing and how much tolerance they have for this sort of thing. It is worth noting that the last few releases for EA haven't done so great, specifically Anthem and Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
And with Apex Legends suddenly falling off, reported on that yesterday, check it out if you want. EA might not have a lot of patience or just money left for Anthem. Once those investors start howling at your doors and your quarters are going down and down and down, you gotta start cutting losses somewhere, and this might be a situation that happens.
So I guess if you're a fan of the game, you better hope people keep buying FIFA Ultimate Team Packs, because EA is going to need some real healthy revenue to tolerate a game running in the red while it tries to turn things around.
On that note, it also probably didn't help that EA missed its revenue projections last quarter,
Oh boy.
which caused its stock price to drop more than 14%. I watched it happen.
Like the cat poster before us, hang in there, baby. We're rooting for you, Anthem. We want you to be good.
It's a cool game. Iron Man suits in space.
Also, if Anthem dies, it goes 80% of our story ideas.
Yeah, what are we gonna do, man?
Truthfully though, I really do hope that Anthem survives and thrives, because I played it, I thought it was a cool skeleton of a game. I understand why everybody's got problems with it.
Cool
I would-
exoskeleton of a game.
Nice. And but I would really like to see I would like to see these devs' success. I like BioWare.
When they're going to make another Jade Empire, Lawrence?
Jade Empire sucked, man. Why does everybody throw back to that one?
I had friends who liked it. I actually never played it.
That wasn't the best.
Okay. Million copies by the end of March. That is less than 2 weeks away.
As usual, NPD didn't issue actual sales numbers, but they did leave a few clues as to how well it did. Oh, just like Sherlock. So kick back while we try and break this mystery wide open. Lawrence, do it. Let's start it.
Hold on, putting on my hat.
Yeah.
I got my little
magnifying glass.
hat, and I got my little butt boy. He's gonna help me with all the clues.